Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back in my kitchen, and you can tell by the title, I'm here to do another Costco haul. Is baby gonna let me do a Costco haul?
No.
Okay, so Daddy took baby upstairs because I don't think baby's gonna let me film this haul. So I'm super excited about this grocery haul today. We went to Costco maybe like a week and a half ago. No Bowser. We went to Costco maybe like a week and a half ago because Dan's parents were coming to town for the first time since everything kind of unfolded this year to meet Logan, hang out with us. We did eat through a lot of that food though, and so we went back to restock, and I'm giving you too long of an intro. I'm just gonna go ahead and start showing you what we got. All right, so we're gonna start off with something that I'm extremely excited about, guys, and that is this giant tub of Grillo's pickles. If you've never tried Grillo's pickles, Grillo's are my favorite. So Bubby's, I think it's called, used to be my favorite, but once I discovered Grillo's, like, I'm sorry Bubby's, but I fell in love with Grillo's. And what's really awesome about it, besides the fact that they really have a great crunch factor and the flavor is incredible, the ingredients are very simple. So this is what's in it: cucumbers and a brine, which is water, distilled white vinegar, salt, garlic, dill, and grape leaves. And people have told me, people meaning you guys really have told me, that Costco has a giant tub of Grillo's, but I've actually never seen Grillo's at our Costco. Whoa, we got a lot of clouds outside, so the light's gonna be changing a lot. Anyways, I've never seen the Grillo's, saw them today, I was way too giddy, and now we have them. So next thing I got were these organic medjool dates. Now, my favorite dates I've ever tried are actually from a brand called Julie's that you can purchase online. They're super huge, they're super juicy and, like, not even juicy, moist, that's a better word, and tender, and they're so good. But I hadn't gotten around to placing that order. I was at Costco, and I've tried their dates. These are still good. It's just once you try Julie's, other dates just don't, I don't know, for me they don't really compare, but I'm not that picky obviously because I still picked them up. And I want to make a few different things with these dates. I want to start putting dates maybe in my oatmeal. There's a few cookie recipes online I want to try using, like, ground up or blended up, or however you want to word that, dates. I love dates. You guys know I started eating a lot of dates during my pregnancy because it's supposed to be a beneficial food for a lot of reasons, but specifically for setting you up for a successful labor, supposedly. So I started eating dates then, and I love dates now. I love dates. And when you start researching them, you come across a lot of articles and stuff that will tell you that dates are actually full of a lot of really great for you nutrients. This is annoying. Yeah, just a lot of great stuff in general. So I love dates. And honestly, I have been wanting to also try bacon wrapped dates. If I could eat goat cheese right now, I'd probably put goat cheese in that too, because everybody says it's amazing. I've never tried it. So that was a long spiel about dates. Next up, I got another bag of the organic Gala apples. I've said this before, but I feel like apples are like a very basic bay fruit, kind of like bananas or oranges, that I think sometimes we can think of as just like, oh, that's just the fruit that's like at the gas station on the counter, like it's too basic. But no, guys, I mean, you guys know, I love oranges. I haven't been able to have oranges lately because of this elimination diet I'm experimenting with, but I do love oranges, and I love apples by themselves. I also, you know, super obvious, but I love apples just like with a nut butter when I'm in the mood for, or when I need a quick snack. That's actually what I'm thinking I might eat after this because I gotta go to the chiropractor and I haven't eaten yet. Anyways, we got apples. And speaking of apples, I also picked up some more, I thought they were called Asian pears, but these are just, they're calling these apple pears. Actually, I'm realizing as I'm looking at them, these are a different, like, brand than they normally bring in. They normally have jumbo size Asian pears, and these are more like the normal sized ones that I would find at like a regular grocery store. But I'm still excited because Costco almost never disappoints me with their produce. Like, they do a great, I don't know, whoever their pickers are, whoever buys their produce, they do a great job. So I'm excited to try those, even though I've been a little disappointed with smaller apple pear hybrids in the past, which that's what I was gonna say. If you didn't know this, and if I didn't already say that and wasn't aware, Asian pears or these apple pears are literally just that. They're hybrids of apples and pears. So they're sweet, they're crunchy, totally mixed consistency of like an apple and a pear. So good. So even though I can't have avocados right now, we did get a giant bottle of avocado oil. Dan is still able to have avocado, and specifically avocado oil, and I make really good garlic aioli out of an avocado oil base. I actually filmed that video and I've been hesitant to put it out. I told you guys I wanted to start releasing like individual recipes, and I don't know, I got kind of hyped out, what's the word? I got psyched out, and I've just been like hesitant to release them. We'll see. I might slip it in a day in my life. I'll keep you posted. But their avocado oil is really great. It's 100% pure, all-purpose cooking oil, expeller pressed, naturally refined. Their price point, according to Bobby Flay here on YouTube, is about the same as the Aldi price point. So if you don't have a Costco membership, you can get your avocado oil for the same price at Aldi. All right, so next up, I picked up some organic Baby Bella mushrooms. I go through mushrooms like crazy. I put them in everything. I put them in soups, I stir fry them and put them in omelets, or I'll just do like onions that I'll kind of cook down soft, maybe caramelize a little bit, add in some mushrooms and then some eggs, and it's a scrambled egg. Or in my lasagnas, or we're gonna make chili today, you know I'm adding mushrooms into my chili. I love mushrooms. I think mushrooms are so good for you, and I think that they just work in a lot of different dishes. And pastas, did I already say lasagnas? Because they work in lasagnas too. Next up, we decided to get 2 bottles or 2 jugs or whatever you want to call this of this Kirkland organic maple syrup. We have been liking this other brand called Wild 4 that Costco carries, but it's a little more expensive, and throwing it back to my good friend Bobby Flay, he's not really my friend, but he's my friend on the internet. Anyways, he said that their basic Kirkland organic maple syrup is really good, so we decided to get 2. We go through maple syrup a lot. I don't want to say like crazy because it's not crazy, but we use it a lot. I will use it in my oatmeal that I make in the morning. We use it to stir fry. That's the term I always use, but I don't know if that's the right term. But we will add it in when we're roasting nuts. So like, I think you guys have seen this in my day in my lives where we'll cook the nuts in coconut oil and then we'll add maple syrup and date syrup to sweeten it up. I use maple syrup when I make my current favorite gluten-free, dairy-free brownies. We use maple syrup. Dude, I don't even know, man. Everything is the moral of the story that we now use maple syrup for, and I love it. And maple syrup is another thing, like dates or date syrup, that it has extra nutritional benefits. So it's still sugar, but it is a healthier sugar in my opinion, because you're not just getting the sugar, you're also getting other nutrients as well, at least in my opinion. So we also got a giant bag of walnuts because I make those nut treats like crazy, so I wanted to stock up on more nuts. I just like to keep lots of nuts in general. Nuts are very high in calories. They stay well in the freezer. So whether we're looking at, lockdowns again in the future, or just you want to hang out at home for a minute, I think that having nuts is a good, I don't know why I'm throwing that out there. I guess I'm just letting you into my brain. I think having nuts is a good option. I store all of my nuts in the freezer or the refrigerator because they can go rancid, and they always taste way more perfectly fresh when you store them that way, in my opinion. So next up, I got some asparagus. I love asparagus. Once again, I put asparagus in soups. I've actually been wanting to make this vegan cream of asparagus, if that's what it's called, soup, but I like just chopping up the asparagus, putting it in soup. I will have asparagus in omelets. I will have asparagus with pasta. I will sometimes make, what are those called? Fried eggs. And then I will saute, we'll say that again, asparagus in some oil and lemon juice, salt, pepper, throw in some garlic at the end, and I'll put that on top of the egg. That's delicious. I just really like asparagus, and one day I would like to grow it, but I hear it takes like 4 years to grow asparagus, so there's that. Next up, I got a new fresh batch of bananas, primarily for baby. I tend to freeze most of my bananas, but he's been really enjoying eating bananas occasionally and like squishing them and playing with them, so I'm like, sure. So they have to ripen up a little bit, but I did get bananas. I also got some organic blueberries. I like blueberries and everything. I mean, really my favorite way lately to eat them has been using cashew milk yogurt from the brand Forager. And I will put a little date syrup or maple syrup on top of this unsweetened yogurt. And then I add on top blueberries and a little bit of homemade granola, and it's so good. So I also got a bag of zucchini and yellow squash and bell peppers. I'm gonna be using quite a few of these probably today to make chili. I might use some of the squash for the chili, we'll see. I like having squash primarily. I mean, I end up chopping it up and putting it in the freezer, I'd say half the time, but I like using zucchini and squash for pasta. I mean, I'm just gonna be repeating myself, right? Sometimes I like even just grilling them up or sauteing them up for a taco or a burrito. I mean, you really can just use things in so many different ways, straight up in pasta with maybe lemon juice, and if I was eating Parmesan. You can make zoodles out of them, obviously, and just like forego the pasta. And yeah, I actually saw recently someone was doing lasagna with zucchini. I saw someone recently doing like little roll-up situations with the zucchini, like the thick strips that they would kind of, I don't even know what that is, like use a potato peeler and take the strips down. And like I said, either use that for lasagna or roll it up with stuff and then bake it. Next up, I got a giant bag of lemons because we can always use more lemons. Dan actually got a bag of these takeout crispy wings, Korean style barbecue. I won't be partaking in this, but there we go, Dan. All right, so one thing that we got, I feel like a little embarrassed about this. I don't know if I should. I think it's just because I really like meat to be higher quality, grass-fed or grass-finished, organic feed, all of that, and I don't think this is any of that. These are the fully cooked Angus choice beef patties, and all I will say, guys, is that this is delicious. Over the last couple of weeks, Dan and I have done burgers a couple of times, these burgers specifically, and we will grill onions and make our own like kind of In-N-Out style sauce, the best that we can, like pink sauce. I'll make my garlic aioli, and it's delicious. With a garlic aioli, although I can't do the avocado oil one, I have to do one made out of veganese that's soy-free, but it tastes like the same. And since I can't do dairy right now, that totally replaces that vibe on the burger for me. But we really like these a lot. We also got a can of organic tomato paste, and then right over there we have a can of organic diced tomatoes. I use the tomatoes for homemade salsas, homemade sauces. The tomato paste is pretty much predominantly used for chili, so I'll be using this today. I know I'm all the way over here, but Dan actually, he picked up 2 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios. Very exciting times. I'm not a Cheerio person for a lot of reasons, but Dan really likes them. So we also got a pack of, what is this? Coconut milk. Coconut milk, organic coconut milk. I really want to make this Thai curry chicken noodle soup, and it requires coconut milk, which we already have some on hand, but we just kind of decided to restock back up. So I will definitely film it when I make it, because you might be like, what? When I said that, that's very outside of the box for my cooking. So I will keep you guys posted, and I'll show you my recipes and my day in my life videos like usual. We also got a bag of pecans because I can't remember if I like pecans, but I feel like I do. And because I've been eating so many nuts lately, we decided to grab these. The gluten-free brownies that I've been obsessed with making, which are kind of like my own twist on this recipe a little bit. They actually originally call for pecans, and I don't tend to like nuts in my brownies. I don't know, I'm kind of talking myself out of it. I probably won't try it in the brownies, but either way, I wanted to try some pecans. Dan picked up this Kirkland signature pepperoni pizza for himself. I'm not sure if this is the same as the pizza that is sold in the food court or not, but he grabbed that. Speaking of more things that Dan grabbed these plums. He's a big plum fan. I don't dislike plums, but I never find myself being like, I need a plum. I don't know, maybe this will change it. I was talking myself out of that other thing, and now I'm kind of talking myself into plums. maybe I will have a plum. But Dan picked those up. And then also I picked up a bag. I wanted their like raw large carrots, but they were sold out. So I got these 2 little mini bags of organic cut and peeled baby carrots. I will use some of these chopped up in the chili that I'm gonna make tonight. I'll probably end up freezing some because carrots and smoothies are delicious, and I don't think I'll be able to eat these fast enough before they go bad. And then I'm also probably going to make some of this into some baby food, to be honest. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I really need to make Logan like a whole new round of baby purees because he's eaten through almost all the purees we have in the freezer. And on top of that, I think he needs more options. So I kind of want to pause some of those and start giving him some other ones and just like pepper more options into Logan's dietary life. Now, the last few things we got these, Dan grabbed these. This is some kind of sausage, Premio Hot Italian sausage. Is this a 4-pack? No, I guess this is 1 package. He saw this, just thought it looked really good, so he grabbed it. I grabbed this 3-pack of organic ground beef. We'll probably be using 2 of these in the chili today. And the cool thing is, you guys have seen my freezer videos. When I make chili, I am left with a ton, and 90% of it ends up going in the freezer. And so I don't have to make chili again for a while. And going into these colder months, having chili and different soups on hand in the freezer that are already made is so convenient, especially once it starts getting dark earlier. And sometimes, I don't know, the days get away from me and all of a sudden the sun is setting and the last thing I want to do is try to figure out what the heck we're going to eat. So to pull warm, hearty soups and stews or chilies or whatever out of the freezer is just like, I love it. Speaking of that, we also got 2 chickens, like full chickens. These are organic. And what we do with that is that's actually how we make our chicken noodle soup. We used to make it a little bit differently, like where I would add the chicken, we'd like grill the chicken and add it in. But my mom was the one that was like, no, you need to stick the whole chicken in the pot and let it simmer for like hours, 3, 4, 5 hours. It ends up making its own chicken broth that way. And it just gives the soup its own taste. Like when I make chicken soup, when I would make it before versus my mom's, it was a totally different taste. And when I started doing it that way, I was like, oh, there's mama's chicken soup. So we got that for more chicken soup, but we are probably gonna keep those in the freezer. Cute, trying not to burp. Because we have so much chicken soup from a batch we made last week to prep for his parents coming to town and just to have on hand. So that's gonna go in the freezer, I think. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it so that I know I saw you guys really liked the last Costco grocery haul, and I will try to keep my mind more in like the grocery haul headspace versus just like putting groceries away right away. I'll try to keep my head in the space of like filming some more hauls for you guys, assuming you like it, which I think you do. So I will hopefully see you back here soon. I gotta go to the chiropractor now. This camera has been tripping out this whole time, and that's it. Bye, guys.